Hello and welcome. It's me, Marshal44. Welcome back to another Cardfight Vanguard. Cardfight area, deck profile. Today's deck profile, we have the Aqua Force that's waving out of control. The Blue Wave Aqua Force deck. So, yeah, with that new G booster out, the G Clan booster, sorry, you know, Aqua Force got a bunch of support, as I've been saying in the past couple deck profiles. And, I mean, there's a new type of clan. Tetra-drive was the only Blue Wave card, but now they've introduced Blue Wave as its own little thing. So, it's pretty interesting, and I'm honestly really excited about that because I enjoy it. Like, it's a lot of fun to just play with the different types of waves, and honestly I can't wait till it gets more support. I hope it does. I definitely hope it does. Anyways, let's move right into the deck profile. So our starter is Blue Wave Dragon, Dagger Master Dragon. Now I'm gonna explain wave real quick because like their wave abilities. I did explain it in the Thavas one with the wave stuff, but I'm gonna re-explain it here because the deck's all about the wave. It's all about the wave. Ride that wave, baby. Dude, check out that wave. So what it so it says wave second time or more, right? So what that means is in the second attack or more. So it's like, you know, Tidal Assault and all that, and all their skills, you know, the first attack and stuff. But there are some specific cards that say the word, you know, wave, and that's what they call the ability. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's kind of cool. So what he does is G-Break 1, Cotton Blast 1, and put this unit into your soul. So it's basically, yeah, the attacks. Sorry. The attack order. Choose one of your Vanguards with Blue Wave in its card name. Until end of turn, it gets Auto Vanguard, Wave second time or more, so the second attack or more. And when this unit attacks Vanguard, draw a card, and it also gets Auto Vanguard, Wave fifth time or more. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, this unit gets crit +1 until end of the battle. So it's actually really easy to do because, you know, all your grade 2 Vanguards restand. So you just kind of get them all to restand, and then you go for that, get the extra crit. It's great pressure too when you're on a stride. Your opponent's probably going to P-guard it, but it does flush out one of their P-guards, which is pretty huge with your finishing card in this deck. So, yeah, I mean, you get a plus, and then you get to add that extra crit bonus, so it's really great starter, honestly, for this deck, and what it could do. Anyways, moving on to our grade 3s. We have 4 of the new card, Blue Wave Dragon, Anger Boil Dragon. What he does is G-Break 2, Wave second time. When this unit attacks Vanguard, this unit gets power plus 5,000 until end of turn. Choose up to one of your rear guards, stand it, and it gets power plus 10k until end of turn. So he basically gets half Lambros kind of effect. Only one card with 10k, but he still gets the 5k. So I mean, I guess it's a little more than half. Just by a bit, just by the little 5k. But it's pretty strong ability, and honestly, it's kind of scary. I mean, Lambros is really scary, but still, it's an extra stand. And it could do a lot. Normally, you kind of want to use that on Tidal Assault, though, because he's the most efficient to use it on. The other one grade 2 wouldn't attack already, and the other one, well, you kind of have to restand him. So you really want to use this skill on Tidal Assault because you get him to restand for 19k after he's boosted. Swing again when you swing, and then he gets reduced to 14k, and then swings again. So it's really handy with him the most. And then his other skills during your turn, where you unit aim. Actually, there's a second card it works well with. Never mind, because the second card is a third wave ability. So like, I'll explain it when we get to the card. Sorry. So his second ability is during your turn, when you unit a Blue Wave Marshal Dragon, Tetra-boil Dragon Stride, choose one of your Vanguards, and until end of turn, it gets power plus 3,000 Auto Vanguard. Wave second time. When this unit attacks Vanguard, choose up to 2 of your Vanguards, stand them, and they get plus 3k until end of turn. So that's pretty nice. It's not full on blown Lambroke, but what the Stride does can pretty much be considered almost the same. Which is why this deck is still really strong. So yeah, just honestly, this card's awesome. I can't wait to see what backup Vanguard Blue Wave gets. Of course, there's only one Blue Wave. There's only one other Blue Wave card that you can play that exists, which is Tetra-drive Dragon. This old card. I mean, it's not old, but like, man, we've come a long way since this. Remember that one? Remember when this used to be broken? I remember. I played the deck and I was like, oh baby. Yeah. Four of these. It's the only other Blue Wave card, and that's really why. The deck is Blue Wave specific, of course. Kinda. Yeah. Most of the cards do kinda. Some of the cards do kind of specify off of Blue Wave, so you do need him. And I mean, really, you never use his skill at all. You just stride when you're on him. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You just, whenever you're on him, you stride. No, nothing else. You just stride. All right, so moving on to our grade 2s, we have 4 Tidal Assault, and 4 Magnum Assault. So these two guys. Now there's a new card that I could play, but it's a little more risk, so it's better to play Magnum Assault, especially you don't use a lot of counterblast in the deck. So honestly, it's just a better choice because it does this pretty much the same thing. It's just a little risky. So like if it's not there, then you don't get the extra attack kind of thing. So yeah, it's not worth the risk. Just mentioning out loud. Anyways, and then we have 4 of the new card Blue Wave Marine General. Foivos. What he does is wave 3rd time. Counterblast 1. When this unit attacks Vanguard, if you have a Vanguard with Blue Wave in its card name, you can pay the cost. If you do, this unit gets power plus 2000 until end of turn, and at the end of the battle, stand this unit. So, really, these 2 grade 2s are your only cards that use counterblasts. The only other cards is, of course, a couple of your strides, but that's it. Of course, that does make unflipping a little important, but normally you have Tidal Assault 1 column, so don't worry. It's not like you normally have both of these two. It's one or the other, and then Tidal Assault's on the other column. But basically, he's the other card that can work well with the second ability of your main grade 3, the Blue Wave boil something, something boil, because since he attacks the 3rd time. Like, his wave skill is the 3rd time. You get him to attack the first, maybe at a rear guard for 9k. Then get your stride unit, the boil stride, to attack. He gets to restand with the extra 3k with whatever boosted him. They both get to stand with 3k. And then, because his wave activates on the 3rd one, then his wave can activate, and then you can counterblast after he attacks and restand him again. So, you can get 3 attacks out of this guy, just as you could do with Tidal Assault. Magnum, you can only get 2 out of, unfortunately. So, him and Tidal are kind of important in that fact, and that's why you do need to play both. Magnum, you know, I mean, there's no other card to play. Magnum's just good. He helps with, you know, keeping that multi-hit on, and when you don't have this guy or Tidal, of course. So, you kind of need him. But yeah, so anyways, let's move on to our good ones. So we have 4 Guardian of the Seas, Platon. So you have 4 damage on Flipper, perfect card. Very important. And then we have 3 Kelpie Rider, Nikki. Now, you have a card in this deck that gets you your grade 3, grade 3s that you used from the drop zone back to your hand. So you could be a little more flexible with this and just have it as 3. You're always going to drop Tetra-drive as a fodder unless you have to accidentally ride it. So I mean, it's not a big deal playing 3 of these. Yeah, it's really not a big deal playing 3 of these. It works perfectly fine. I mean, there's one card I kind of tech in the deck, because I do. But other than that, yeah. that you could take out to play 4 of these, but really 3 works. So anyways, let's move on to a new card. 3 Blue Wave Soldier Bright Shooter. So what he does is wave 4th or more. At the end of the battle that this unit boosted, if you have a Vanguard with Blue Wave in its card name, choose up to 1 grade 3 from your drop zone and put it in your hand. So this is the card I was talking about. You just get grade 3s that you already used, and you're kind of just sitting there like, wow, I've already used these, but I just get them back after it's boosted. You just gotta make sure to boost it, you know, 4th time or more, which isn't hard when you use this. When you use the stride effect, if he has to boost, let's say Tidal, so he had to boost Tidal first, and you have to use the stride effect with your grade 3, so they restand with an extra 3k, and then you wait to attack with them again till it's 4th or more, and then you get to use his skill. So, and if not, if you use someone else, just make sure he boosts last. So I mean, you do get he's such an important card. I was running 2 at first and 2 of the other card that I kind of tucked in, but honestly I had to change it to 3 because he's so helpful, and you really just need to get him, kind of thing, because he's very big for this deck. So yeah, I mean, he's a free plus too, right? And then we have 2 Battle Siren Stacia. So she's really nice. Okay, so you only need 2 of her. She's 6k. I've explained to her before. Running more than that, it's kind of hurts. She only works really behind the Blue Wave guy, the Blue Wave grade 2, because the Blue Wave grade 2 can give himself a plus 2k. So if she has to boost to do that effect with the grade 3 that I was talking about, that I keep talking about repeatedly, which is quite big, it'll mean she gets she gets a plus 3, so she's 9k, and the other guy restands to 12k, but then she can attack alone for 12 in the back row, and then the other guy can attack alone for like 14 in the front row, and then restand and attack for another 14. So you do get a multitude of attacks, and she's really good. 3's a little risky, of course, as I always say. You can choose to put in 3 though if you'd like to take out the tech card I kind of have in, which is 1 Mind Ice Sailor. What he does is G-Break 1, wave 30 or more. You Soul Blast when this unit attacks. If you maybe pay the cost, if you do, it gets plus 10 until the end of the battle. You never use the Soul in this deck, so I kind of had this guy at 2 and the grade 3 guy that puts the card back to your hand at 2 as well. But I did need the grade 3 Searcher. Was a bit of a bigger deal because it's only 1 card that does it. So with the Sailor, I mean, I have him because he can be quite a threat, especially if he gets to attack from the back row by himself. You could Soul Blast and he'll swing for 17. Oh no, I'm sorry, he'll swing for 22 because it'd be the Thavas stride that would do it. But I mean, other than that, that's kind of all he works for, and that's why I only play 1. You can switch him out for a Sutasha, but I wouldn't recommend it just because then that'd be too many of Sutasha. So I say it works fine like this. I mean, you could switch him out for the Kelpie rider Nikki. That's the only other thing I could say, but you don't need to. So taking in one of these is perfectly fine. It's sad that I can't fit any more in, but it's definitely a strong card, so don't worry. I mean, the only other thing I can think of is take out a Magnum Assault. I think that's the only way it would work, which isn't a bad way, because you still have Tidal Assault, you still have the Blue Wave guy, so it's not terrible, but yeah. Anyways, moving on to our triggers, we have 4 Blue Wave Soldier Brutal Trooper. So what he does is put it on top of your deck. If you have a Vanguard with Blue Wave in its card name, choose one of your Vanguards, and until end of turn, it gets auto Vanguard Wave 2nd time or more. When this unit attacks, Vanguard, draw a card and shuffle your deck. So you basically get to put the crit back of the deck, and you get to draw the card that you lost for it, which is honestly really nice, especially when you're running out of deck. And it works in rear guard circle, so you can boost with it first, which is nice too. So, and then we have 4 Supersonic Sailor, so your damage on flipper per crit. So 8 crit, 4 Mallika, 4 draw, and then 4 medical officer, so 4 heal. So 8 crit, 4 draw, 4 heal, pretty standard. Now onto our stride units. So we have 4 of Blue Wave Marshal Dragon, Tetra-boil Dragon. Now we're not running Lambros, and there's actually a reason why. This card combos off of the Blue Wave Grade 3. If it didn't, then we would be running Lambroke. But because this card does kind of work with it, and works pretty much the same as Lambros, just more Vanguard focused than Rearguard focused, it's like a restanding type because he's a restanding stride. It's pretty much the same. So just because he gets support from the Grade 3, that's why we prefer playing him, especially. Yeah, he's just kind of better that way. I can kind of understand Lambros though, because if you get Tetra, but I'm sure once the deck gets more support, this card will definitely be the card you play instead of Lambros, hopefully. Anyways, so what it does is G-Break 2, Counterblast 1, choose 1 card face down, name this card in your G-Zone, turn it face up. When this unit attacks Vanguard, if you have a heart card with Blue Wave in its card name, pay the cost. If you do, so end of turn, this unit gets Drive -1 and Auto Vanguard Wave 4th time. Choose a card from your hand, discard it. At the end of the battle that your rear guard attacked a Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, stand this unit. So the exact same thing, it does the exact same thing as Tetra with the 4th attack. It has to be on the 4th attack of your rear guard that this card restands, but when this card attacks is when you have to use its skill. Now, when you attack with this card, it's either going to be the 1st attack or the 2nd attack that you'll do, because the 3rd attack, you should be, attacking with your rear guard, especially if you're using the Blue Wave rear guard, because you can only use his skill on the 3rd one, so it'll be 1st or 2nd attack that you'll use his skill. At least it's not super specific about that, which is nice because you can put on any triggers right away onto them if you use it at the 1st attack, which is nice. Yeah, you get like, from all the attacks, you get like 8 attacks, maybe 9, but 8 definitely attacks. I'm pretty sure it's 8. I might have miscounted, but that's ridiculous. It's obviously just a little more Vanguard focused because of its restanding Vanguard, but my gosh, it's a strong card, and I mean, I can't wait to see what other Grade 3 comes out to help support it. It's probably going to be one that searches for the other Grade 3 that, supports this card, the main Grade 3 that we have right now. So, yeah, but just crazy strong card. You could play Lambros in this instead of this card. It'd be pretty much this. It'd be exactly the same deck, just instead of 4 of these, it'd be 4 Lambros. But honestly, I think this works a little better just with how the deck is. Lambros is Lambroke, but this definitely works with how the deck is. Definitely. And then we have 2 of the Stride Thavas, so of course, this card's so broken. Gotta play it. Just 2 of it, of course. And then, of course, like we always do, 1 Aristelios. Thavas and Aristelios, this is the 3rd time I'm saying it. One of them's your first stride, depending on the situation. If you can use Thavas, and you have the right setup and stuff, you're good. If you can't, use this guy. And then, in that rare scenario that you need it, you have your Tidal Assault Dragon. So, yeah. I've explained this 3 times. Of course, the last 2 times were with Lambroke. But, still, I've explained it 3 times. So, by now, it should be in your head. Anyways, that's about it for this deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and, yeah. See you guys next time. If you guys want to see more videos from me, on the left, there are Let's Play videos, so you can go and check those out. And if you guys aren't up for that, on the right, there are Cardfight Vanguard videos, so you can go and check that out. And if you're still not up for those, I have Super Smash Bros., Pokemon, and a Versus series on my channel, so you can go to my channel and check that out. Also, down below is my review channel, where I do reviews, countdowns, game chats, which is like a podcast and more. And don't forget to check out my Twitter, Facebook, and Skype, all listed at the top there. That is all. Hope you guys enjoy.